Hey guys, it's your girl, Miss Pink Sexy 101, coming to you with another video. And as you can see, I am focusing on my eyebrow because this is my eyebrow tutorial. Yay! This has been highly requested on my Instagram. I'll put the link to my Instagram obviously below on the page. Every picture that I post, all of my followers and people on my Instagram have been requesting for me to do a video tutorial on how I do my eyebrows. So I am going to put one up. And here are some of the things that you're going to need. I'm not going to focus on my face because I have no makeup on. My hair's not done. And yeah, I don't need to see all of that. So alright, so you're just gonna need a few things in order to create these are the things that I use to create my eyebrow look. Now you don't have to use what I use. These are just some suggestions and these are the things that I use. So grab yourself a spoolie, of course. This is just one of those e.l.f. dollar ones. I have my favorite pencil in the world, of course, which is the MAC eyebrow pencil, and this one is in the color Spiked. It's a dark brown. It's probably the darkest brown that they have. A word of advice when doing eyebrows: never, ever, ever use black in your eyebrow. It'll be too harsh, extremely harsh. You should always use something dark brown, especially if you're a woman of color. A dark brown pencil is your friend. If you are a Caucasian, try to find like an ash colored pencil, something a little bit lighter brown. So that's my pencil that I use. I also use my e.l.f. eyebrow kit, and this is also in dark. As you can see, I've hit pan. We're going to be using I have to hold everything together here. We're going to be using the powder side right here, this brown powder side. I'm trying to use this until it's done before I before I open up my new one. Okay, then we are also going to be using Ruby Kisses. This is the 3D Face Creator. I love this concealer, and this one is in level 12. It's a two-sided concealer. One side is dark, one side is light. We're going to be using the dark side. And then I've got two angled brushes. One is e.l.f. This one is e.l.f. and the other is Sephora. I'm going to be using the thin e.l.f. one to outline and the thicker Sephora one to blend. Alright, so let's get started. Now this is how I like to start off my brow. I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to brush straight across. Just so that I can see what direction and the correct shape of my brow. Now, a few pointers on brows. The front of your brow should never go any further than the corner of your eye. That little tear duct right in the corner of your eye is the furthest your eyebrow should go. The arch of your eyebrow, the highest part, should be diagonal with your iris, and the end should correspond with the end of your eye. You don't need to draw your eyebrow in all the way out here by your sideburn. Now, how I like to start my brows, like I said, I brush sideways, straight across. I love this MAC pencil because it's a twisty, so you always have a sharp end. Now I like to start off with 2 lines, one at the top and one at the bottom. That for me starts the shape off properly so that I can fill in conjunction with my eyebrow shape, the eyebrow shape. So I like to, as you can see, my eyebrows kind of curve. I don't have any hairs up top here. So of course I'm going to add a actual. Okay, can you see that? That is the top line that I draw. And then I draw a line parallel to it right at the bottom. And you can already see the eyebrows starting to take shape. And now the whole thing, the point to doing this, you need to fill in your brows. You're not drawing on a completely new brow unless you don't have any eyebrows at all, unless you shave them completely off, which isn't always the smartest thing to do. So now you're going to take your pencil and you're going to fill in with short strokes right in between those 2 lines. Okay? You can clean it up with your finger. I'm just going to grab my small mirror here so I can get a good look at what I'm doing. Okay, perfect. Now we're just going to keep those short strokes going, filling in those little spaces. Okay. Sorry about the focus, guys. Alright, so now that we've gotten to that part, you can already see that I've got a darker eyebrow than what I started off with. I'm going to go ahead and draw on my end because I have no eyebrow ends at all. So I am just going to continue that short stroke until I get to the end, and then I'm just going to bring that down. Now you're not going to draw it straight across because then you'll have Spock eyebrows. You kind of want to draw it on an angle down because you're looking at the apex here, and then it goes down. So you just want to continue okay. Now I have an eyebrow end. And can you see, this is my eye, hello, in conjunction with the corner of my eye. It's not too far down, it's not too far up. Okay, and we've got the front filled in. Alright, now, the eyebrow is a little dark because I am using a dark brown pencil. But to me, personally, I think this is a great base for filling in your brows. You start off with a pencil. Some people like to use a brow gel, which is included in the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. You have one side that's a brow gel, and you have another side that's a brow powder. I'm going to take a little bit of that powder on my brush, tap off the excess, and then I'll take my brush and start to lightly use the same kind of stroking motion with the brush that I was using with the pencil. And this powder will help to set that pencil, and it will also help to lighten up the darkness of the pencil as well. Using the powder helps to give the brows a more natural look. So I'm just going to continue filling that in a little bit, and then I'm going to concentrate a little bit extra right in the front, and I'm going to tell you why we do that when we get to the step for why we're doing it. Okay, so I'm already all filled in with powder, and I'm just going to pass it quickly to set the end of my brow. Okay, so now our brow is all powdered in. Wonderful. Now, here's where the perfecting comes in. I'm going to pull out my Ruby Kisses 3D Face Creator Concealer. I'm going to take the thin e.l.f. small angled brush, and I'm going to dip that into the darker side of the concealer. And I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to hold my brush so that the angle, the tip of the angle is facing towards my nose. And I'm going to start drawing. I'm just going to trace a line right up underneath my eyebrow. Perfect. See that? And then I'm going to extend it just a little bit in front of the eyebrow itself. Okay? And then I'm going to take that brush and dip it back into that concealer again. And I'm going to draw a line at the top of my eyebrow as well. Now, the reason why we use the concealer, because it conceals. Basically what the concealer is doing is it is perfecting the shape and giving it that kind of airbrushed look. And it will also serve to hide, as you can see, I'm in need of a good plucking. It also serves to hide some of the stray hairs that may have grown out of the shape. It serves as a cover for that, so that you don't have to see the hairs that are out of shape. So now I'm going to take my Sephora brush, which is a little bit thicker, and I am just going to start to brush down. And this brush will help to blend because it's a little, the bristles are a little bit harder, a little bit stiffer, I should say, than the e.l.f. brush. So I like to use this brush to blend. Let me just grab my little mirror here and take a look at what I'm doing, because I'm actually using the view screen to do this right now. So give me 1 second. Oh, lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue blending downwards. And I'm just going to continue to do that for all of it. Okay, now I know that a lot of YouTube beauty gurus like to use a lighter concealer to do this with. I personally don't like to do it because then I notice that when I take pictures, you get that flashback where it's like the ghost eyebrow, the eyebrow of Christmas past, or you know, the ghostly. Nobody likes that ghostly look in pictures. So I choose to use a concealer that is a little bit closer to my skin tone. Alright, so I've used my brush on the bottom of my brow, and I'm just going to take my finger, because the warmth obviously from your finger is going to help to melt the concealer, which is of a thicker consistency than foundation. Alright, and just continue to blend it until it disappears. And all you're left with is that perfectly shaped eyebrow. Of course, I'm going to use my finger once again. And make sure that it's all blended in, especially at the end. Done. Now, of course, whatever else is left that hasn't been blended out, once you put your foundation on, you can go ahead and blend that in. And now, the reason why I had added a little bit of that extra powder towards the front is because now we're going to go back and take our spoolie and we're going to brush some of that powder forward. And then you're going to take your spoolie and brush the hairs back and brush that powder all the way through your eyebrows. And that's where you get that faded eyebrow in the front. Okay, so now I'm just going to slide back a little bit so you can see the comparison. This is my done eyebrow, and this is my undone eyebrow. That's my done eyebrow, and that's my undone eyebrow. So of course you can completely tell the difference. And eyebrows, I feel, are very, very important, especially when doing makeup. To me, it completes the entire look because your eyebrows do frame your face. I'm a stickler for my eyebrows. I try my best not to ever leave the house without doing my eyebrows. Even if I don't have a lick of makeup on, I'll at least fill them in. I may not do the whole powder concealer, but I'll fill them in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was pretty easy, and I will be back with more tutorials for you guys. And please feel free to rate, subscribe, like this video, please, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.